Oh, hi there, it's me, Mr. Man. You see, I've developed an itsy-bitsy addiction. No, it ain't drugs yet. It's actually a little game I bought on the whim called Kenshi. But like a drug, it has so far destroyed my family and friend relations, my job credibility, and I've lost my legs yet again. As of writing this silly script of a video, I now have a little over 200 hours.
300, 400.
I bought the game in May. It's the only thing I've done with my life when I'm not either sleeping or at my stinky job. Zelda came out the week I bought it, and I only played that 3 times. I really want to play Zelda, man, but I'm so hooked, I don't want to give up on Kenshi and forget what I was doing, and reset like most other games. Also, the thing is too, I've tried to put it down, but it jogs me back. It won't let me be free. Wait. No. I can even hear the main menu theme. Please. Help me before it calls. Sorry, Kenshi, it's a game. I like it. People like it. Not many games can really hold my attention long. Kenshi does. That's cool. Honestly, I thought I'd drop it as soon as the new Zelda released and be on the same Zelda high like I was with Breath of the Wild.
It's Zelda.
But here I am. Still playing Kenshi. Not only have I neglected Zelda, but my New Year's resolution to be more active with YouTube. It's a tragedy. But follows us anyway. I mean, come on. But then, I got the idea. Why don't I just make a video on my addiction to Kenshi? Boom. I did it. Problem solved. I need professional help. So to those who stumbled on the video or my 3 friends that watch my videos, allow me to roughly and unprofessionally describe what Kenshi is. It's a game.
What kind of game? It's a RPG, OMG, MSG psychological horror game that plays like a RTS game once you discover how to make bread.
Now the story goes, you're a person in a desert land where many things either want to kill you, enslave you, or even eat you. And not even in the fun way. Now in Kenshi, you can ride solo, make friends, kill friends, or even ally yourself with one of the lovely factions within the game. If you had gone any further, we could have had a dating sim. And if you ever find yourself aligning your personal belief with the Holy Boys, congratulations! I don't know what to tell you, man. You have all these different flavors of evil to pick and choose from. The world's your oyster. You can mend to destroy it, or just lie in the desert like a plant, or something. In short, the goal is to survive with the hint of learning ways to survive gooder. And, causing others to not be alive. That, and to go further beyond having weak force. That's basically Kenshi. Now expect to go through the 5 stages of grief on your first playthroughs. So anyway, where am I going with this? I don't know. I could do a review or something. Like a Steam review. In video form. But no one reads those unless it's funny or says game bad and you base your whole purchase decision off of that. But hey, Kenshi's overwhelmingly positive. Except for that one guy who say game not run good, but he liked game anyway, so it's okay, but he rated it negative because it not run good. So here's the review from the most unprofessional random dude on the internet who's never made a review before. I don't know where to start. You think I know how to make videos or something? I am just going to start off with what pops out to me the most, which is, I don't normally play or enjoy RTS games. I'm absolutely awful, and when I play video games, my 2 brain cells go oonga boonga mode, and I just don't think. But Kenshi is more than an RTS game, it has that RPG side of the game. Instead of strategizing on what your opponents are going to do, you're more focused on getting stronger, dying, exploring the world. and making more homies to ruin someone else's day. I like how the game feels sort of sandbox-like, or since the story isn't so in your face, I can give stories to the characters in my party. For example, here's Rex, abducted hardened soldier from the holy nation on the path to respecting women. Morgan, our rough rogue who lives off money from bounty hunting. And last but not least,
Dave. That's Dave.
Now Dave's done a lot of adventuring, and I'm proud of him. He's a fogman that came back to his senses after living as a brainless savage, eating so many innocent people. We abducted him. Let's go say hi to Dave for his birthday. Dave unfortunately gave his life at the Battle of Blister Hill. I miss him very much. He died protecting his new hive, and I shall remember him forever. Anyway, I just like the idea that my units are just some faceless souls on the ground, and I can customize and torture them how I see fit. Now, with all these characters you can bring to life, you need a world to put them in. Kenshi's got a large world, or something like that. I don't know, I've been farming bread this whole time. Now, it's no means as detailed and filled up like Skyrim but it's got enough to be a pretty solid game with lots to explore. It has many areas in the game that are weird and has equally weird structures with it. With anything, the world building reminds me of the Souls games, where it's not always obvious, but once in a while you start thinking.
Well, what incarnation?
It'll usually start making sense if you look more into it or run across the lore later in your adventure, either by characters just chatting to each other or, I don't know, reading a book or something. On another note, while not on a major scale, Kenshi's factions will also adapt if anything happens to the other major factions. For example, defeating a nation or allying with another will tend to make you see more of those benefiting from you, and less for the, stupid idiot losers. Also, visiting a town you sieged before, you'll notice that many times, even if you meant no harm to the non-fighters, the town may have fallen into ruin or have been taken over by some other faction. Slavers, cannibals, and you'll realize it's all your fault. All those innocent are dead now. Because of you. I know other games do this, but small details like this keep the world feeling alive.
Next up is the combat.
Well, Kenshi's combat's neat. I like it. If I remember correctly from a video, it was essentially the foundation of the game when it was first being made. Anyway, I don't think it takes a master tactician to figure it out. I mean, if anything, you could just click bad guy and the person with the bigger bonk when fight. Life good. But being prepared does help a lot, because you'll realize somewhere along the way that some enemies are also equipped with very powerful ranged weapons, which change fights pretty fast. There's also special boss enemies that will turn your best units into paste, which is fun. Or that when you start raiding on that town you thought was poor, you'll realize it has a whole wall of guys waiting to turn you into a recreation of the scene in 300. As well as turn your friends into Swiss cheese. I mean, sure, you can max out a character stats and charge them into fights or wall of harpoons, but even your best characters have a limit for what they can handle. And building an army of these max level guys would be great and all, but that takes a lot of grinding, where I thought I should just start recruiting some unlucky souls that thought they were going to live a long life with friends, but they returned to the meat shields. Like any war, I know I said before I suck at RTS games, but putting a smidgen of strategy into your fight didn't come off as that complicated at all, even in the more larger fights. Anyway, besides all that, I like to fight. I like to see the arms of the baddies fly into orbit. Now, the workshop is alright. Ain't too crazy like some games, but there's a lot of mods that make the game more good. I don't know if mentioning the use of mods and whatever is shamed upon when doing videos like this, but it's okay. You can come to this location here and stab me free of charge. Now, I know someone might say,
Hey Sticky, you said game was good. Why use mod? Is game bad and you just forget you use mods or something? Yes, I hate you. Die.
No. I use mods that enhance the game and add things that I think would have fit in the base game. I mean, if anything, the implementation of mods opens up a whole lots of possibilities and allows you to play the game to your liking. And I mean, if you really want the 18 plus nude models with bounds for your big strong chef, hold on. They're always there if you ever grow tired and need some spicing up. Now, on to the things I did not like with the game. You know, these are a bit nitpicky for me. I'm sure many out there would have bigger gripes than what I found. I just haven't found anything that made me genuinely upset with the game. So, to start the nitpicking.
It's a big, ugly, stinky game that smells like poo-poo.
I just get like it. This is gonna seem like a contradiction to my previous statement about combat, but it's just how limited it feels at points. I mean, it's great that it's simple to understand, but once you do one fight, or raid, that's essentially how each one's gonna play out. The only obstacles you'll run into are the crossbows or the harpoons that each city has, or just the journey getting to point A to B without some lone bandit thinking he can 1v30 your squad. Back on topic, with larger battles, it turns into a game of micromanaging your units to make sure they don't go running off to obliterate some helpless homeless guy that's just passing by. Or you really can't hold on to any battle formations because your dudes will literally just hold the W key, or the bad dudes will just break your lining. It's not major for me, but I see that it might be for some.
Second grape. It's a little buggy.
I've had issues where I'd be passing through allied or friendly towns, and the town would just decide violence is the answer to the day. I've had to halt my plans because some dick-ass on the harpoon gun decided my medic was ugly or something. And I'd click on him to see what's up, and he would just say, "Bounty hunting." You wanted to kill her, that's why she nearly died. Twice. You wanted her dead, you bonehead ass. Next, the pathing. The pathing is a bit stinky and might even get your character into some bad situations. I tried to play the pathing off as story building, but each time it happens, I inch closer to death. For example, you just send someone off to pick up some milk down the road, and it turns out they decided to take a detour and gawk at some rock, and ended up getting ganged and abducted because you thought it would be a peaceful stroll through the neighborhood and you forgot. Now the next gripe could be tied to the last, but it's just mainly optimization. It's not major.
But the game takes a long time to load.
I understand Kenshi is a big game. It has things going on outside what I know, but I swear I saw that loading bar go backwards. I played this game on a medium high-end gaming computer, but when I switched to the Steam Deck to try it out, I didn't see much of a change in the loading times. I thought my less powerful deck would take longer to load.
Damn. You get like 5 minutes of battery life with this thing.
Anyway, besides all that, I didn't have anything too major that took away from the game.
So on to the question. Do I recommend? Oh yes, of course.
Kenshi was an unexpected gem for me, and I think others should try it. Even more so if you like survival games with RPG OMG games with a bit of exploration. I think it's worth the price for how many hours I already put into the game. But if you're on the fence, I believe I've seen it go on sale pretty regularly for half off. And if you're already in the know with the game, and played it before, I will see you lads in 10 years when the second one comes out. Now that's it. My stinky review is over. The video is coming to a close. I commend you, Mr. Hunt, for not giving up on the game and devoting a large amount of time to make this gem. Thank you. Thank you for the game. It's very good. Now, I may return to a normal life again. I can see my family, and my legs are even reforming now. I can be at peace. Wait. I still got Zelda to play. Well, I think my family forgot about me and moved on. And you know what? Who needs legs anyway? Next video. I haven't seen the light of day in over 6...